Hey everybody, this is Miss Florida Hot Picks here. I wanted to give you guys an update for Pick 3 South Carolina. I hope you guys are paying attention to your key digits, 2s and 7s. And there could be some really cool patterns you have to pay attention. Sometimes, things like to kind of cool off and they pick back up. So make sure you're keeping a daily log of what's going on for your midday games and evening games so you can start tracking your patterns for your state, okay? So we're going to go back a couple of days. I want to share with you a couple examples, things that you may want to keep your eye on. Okay, South Carolina. So we're going to start with October 18th evening. There was a hit of 638. Okay, so what I've done, I put it into the 317 rundown. Now, if you're new here and you don't know how to put these together, they're very simple. Once you put in the hit you're going to use, 638, you're going to add each of these numbers down the columns, okay? So for the first column, we're going to add 3 all the way down. So 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12. For your 2-digit numbers, only use your ones, place your 2, okay? 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 3 is 11, just use your 1, okay? 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 3 is 10, use that 0, 0 plus 3 is 3, and 3 plus 3 is 6. All right, so you did it right. The number you start with will be the number that you end with. The next thing you would do is just add 1 down the second column and 7 down the third column. So we start with 638, we're going to end with 638. All right, I know some of you pros are like, how many times are you going to do this every video? Because I get new folks that like to start working on Pick 3, so I have to make sure I cover ourselves, right? All right, so now here is something that you may want to pay attention to, especially when you see triples and false triples running down the rundown, South Carolina. And that will be helpful because sometimes you may not see this pattern unless you see something else. And one of the key things I like are triples. Now, if you notice here, there's a 555 and a 000, okay? Just in case, I'll make those 5s green so they can stand out a little bit more. Okay, so you have your 5s and you have your 0s. Okay, now 5 and 0, they're actually the same number, they're just opposite of each other. Okay, what some folks don't know about rundowns is after a certain point the numbers will what we call mirror. Okay, so you see this 638 is really the same as 183. Okay, so go to your mirrors chart if you guys need them. When we're saying mirror numbers, we're saying 0 could be a 5 or 5 could be a 0. 1 could be a 6, 6 could be a 1. 2 could be a 7, 7 could be a 2. 3 could be an 8, 8 could be a 3. 4 could be a 9, and a 9 could be a 4. Okay? That's what we mean. So when you guys, one key thing could be, and they could always change this, pay attention to anything that has triples. These happen to go slanted. Study your other ones. There could be patterns within that, okay? If you see like these are slanted, pay attention to your 2s and your 7s. Those are those key digits, okay? And for some states, they're very important. So for you guys, 2s and 7s, there could be others. So I noticed on the right side specifically gave off some patterns the last few days, okay? So any 2 or 7, remember 2 and 7, they're mirror numbers. Pay attention. So what you would do is when you see the 2 on your right side, let's say we start with this number. I see that they're using the pair in front of it, okay? I see that they're using the pair in front of it. So we'll start with like 2, 5, okay? So we have this 2, 5. Now notice they're either going up or down for the third number. So 255 could be something, or 259, okay? Now they could use other directions for the third number. I'm just showing you what's been going on for the last few days. Also check your 7 because they can move between the 2 and the 7. That's why you need to know what your mirrors are because they can fluctuate. So let's look at the 7 now. Again, we're using that third column. We're looking for our 2 key digit and our 7 key digit and whatever is in front of that number. So for the 7, we have a 07 in front of it. So I would just write 70 and I would use the numbers above that 7 or under the 7. So 700 or 704. Again, can they use other numbers besides going on top or the bottom of the 7 and 2? Most definitely. So you're going to want to pay attention and make sure that you study, okay? All right, so what actually hit from this rundown using those key digits, looking at those hot pairs? 552. Yes, we did. Oh, okay. And you can catch it from here as well. This was actually part, but I'm specifically here, and this is why. You're looking for things that like to repeat, okay? Now you could use that 5 right there. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So you got your 255, 552. That's what it hit August, in August, October 19th, midday. So 1 day over, okay? Literally 1 day over, not bad. Do they always come the next day or the next draw? No, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Do you know if they're gonna come mid to mid evening? Now watch this. This ran evening, right? But the hit didn't hit until a midday draw. Okay, I know some people like, well, I want to do mid to mid and evening and evening the next minute. I get that. I understand. You got to kind of see what, depending on what you're using. If you're using the 317, you may see that patterns will hit differently. You might be using another rundown and you may say, well, I like this one because it gives me mid to mid eat. Then you use what works. Okay, right now Miss Flora is using the 317. I like to track those. That's my thing. Anyways, if you like so far this hot pattern, you love the work, definitely hit that thumbs up. Give me a like right now. Appreciate it. Also, make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing with it or your thoughts. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Some of y'all been poking in and out, and how dare you? Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button already. It's okay. You can love more than one person. You can love me too. Anyway, getting back on to the second, oh goodness, example. There we go. October 20th evening, there was a hit in South Carolina of 845. Now again, you're going to see 7s and 2s, right? But there's something that's distinguished between some of the others. And you notice false trips. So we have the 166. Now, this one was a straight triple. But sometimes you may get what we call a false triple, okay? So you have a 166, and here you're going to have 611, okay? This is why you need to know mirror numbers. Folks that don't believe in mirror numbers, that's okay. I do. So here we go. Let's put these together. So again, we're going to look for the 2 on the right side. Okay. Could they move to the left side? Pay attention. They could do that. Just pay attention to your patterns. And I'm going to take 1 5. That'll be my first numbers. 1 5, maybe 155, 159. Okay. I'm just going over the 2, under the 2, but don't just stay at the 2. All right. I know that's what they did the last time. They may move to the 7. 2 and 7, remember, they're mirror numbers. They could pull that. You don't know how many people say, I was in the same family, but I don't understand what happened. They might have mirrored the number, okay? So you have your 6-0 pair, maybe 600, 604, okay? Well, let's see. Didn't happen on the 21st, but it did pull on October 22nd, the evening. This time it went evening, and the hit was 006. Okay, where do we see that? Okay, 006. Yeah, and what I like about these 006, if you're reading them from right to left, they're exact. 552, they came in exact. If you're reading it, that's another secret. Sometimes once you stumble on your patterns for your state, if you read it left to right, that could be an exact. Sometimes right to left could be exact. It doesn't always happen perfectly, but I hope you get that tidbit. Hopefully that'll help you out, okay? Not that I guarantee. So here's what I want you to do. Are you gonna go spend money? No, you're going to go play on paper, and you're going to study, all right? And you're going to make your predictions on paper And if you get some cool hits and you're really proud of yourself, then you're going to go move forward. All right. So we want to be better players. We want to be smart players. Okay. The thing with this game that I've learned over the years of trying to work out patterns is patience. That's something many people don't, because they have this I gotta hurry up and get it mentality. But if you're patient and you're willing to study your state and you're wanting to see what works, and again, this is just one way. You may find other things right along this pattern. This is not the all in all. So I'm just warning you that right now. You will see other stuff. So if some people say, oh, Miss Flo, I don't do my numbers like that. No problem. Do it the way you want to do it, booze. Okay? Anyway, I had a good time. Hope you had a good time with me. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're in the membership, thank you very much. If you're not in the membership, make sure you join. Hit that link in the description box, and we'll see you guys on the next video.